Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Hope you're all having a great Friday. We're back with another video, back with another recap, and sadly, once again it's a red day recap. Nevertheless, I'm a lot happier today. Cut my losses quick, cut one of them really good, one of them pretty good, not as short as I'd like to, but nevertheless, a pretty good day of managing risk, and that's been a big thing this week. When, if you noticed in my last couple of trades, my big red days, that I've not been managing risk, and today that is one of the big benefits I can take from this. From today's trades, is that I manage risk a lot better. And that's the first thing to do, is manage the risk, and then next thing obviously is, if we manage risk good, when we do get the profit, then overall we should be up more winners than our losers. So no, overall been a positive red day, if there is such a thing, and yeah, we'll get into it. So Fridays tend to be probably the slowest day of the week, and we experienced a little bit like that today. Not much follow through, not a little bit harder to trade, not as many simple setups as we would see during the week, maybe like a Monday or Tuesday. And the stocks, we had some moves today, we had some sort of options, but nothing crazy, and we'll get into it. So pre-market, pretty much the only one on the gap scanner we was looking at was SAEX, and this was actually my second trade, but we'll look at this one anyway. So SAEX was really the only one. If we look back here, as you see, after hours yesterday, it just made this crazy move from the 380s all the way up to the $5, and it's dropped down a little bit towards the 450, but it's held basically over 50% of the move, and that's what we want to see. So this morning, obviously gapping up, so we're keeping an eye on it, and I didn't have any actual entry point in mind pre-market, because of how it was sort of moving. The one thing I was kind of hoping for, and it just happened it happened pre-market and not at the bell. Basically, sometimes on these strong stocks, we do even see these red to green moves, and that's what we basically got here. Sadly, we got the big washout pre-market. Then when the market opened, it sort of consolidated, and then as this broke the I think that's what the entry where everyone was looking at, at this 360 area, and then we got this massive flush upwards. So if this happened on the open, if it flushed down, I would have bought, but as it played like that, I didn't trade it there. We got the pullback. It's not kind of this setup I look for, but then we saw the strong momentum come in. We saw the volume. If you see here, we got big push, another big push, and then we got the pullback. So I thought I'll get in this one, get in on the pullback, hope to see it pop up higher towards the $6 test of 550, and I think there wasn't resistance to about literally up here, like about the $6 mark, which it got to eventually. But yeah, so we got in for the pullback. I actually went to get filled here at the I know showing better around. See the bottom of this candle, it's sort of it always does this horizontal line crap. There we go. I'll try and move up this way. So I try to get filled here at the 470 $4.97, so the 97-cent mark. But as it flushed down, I bought it. Had a quick pop, and I got filled at 504. Not the best fill, but not the worst. The higher the candle, or the previous candle was 517. Higher this candle was 519. So we've got a 15-cent range, and basically a 15-cent range up, 15-cent range down, a 1-to-1 ratio. That's absolutely fine. That's the minimum we look for. My stop, because it flushed down to 492. I'll try and grab this candle if I can. Click off it. There we go. So if you see here, as it flushed down, it was the 492 mark. Basically 490. Let's say 491. So that was going to be my stop, and that's where I got out. So as you see here, GSUN was my first trade, but we're talking about SAEX right now, and as you see here, got in at basically just under 504, sold at 492. So really happy. I was actually looking to get in, try and sell this a little bit quicker, more around this mark at the 496, but time it flushed down. Sorry, as it got here and it popped up and I started to see weakness, I basically just sold on the bid, which was at 492. So no, really happy how I managed the risk on that trade. I think I would have, if I got a better entry here, obviously I would have got a better, basically I would have lost less. So kind of disappointed with my entry, if I had to look back. Happy with how I managed to cut losses. You see, sold it right there at the bottom of that candle before it broke even further down to the 475. So really happy with that. But yeah, maybe just a slightly better entry, but you can't always get them. Then yeah, SAEX, as you see here, it had this big drop, back up, a little drop, and then we had the big moves. And to be honest, I didn't really see. I mean, in hindsight, we had this move, where it popped up, little pullback, popped up again, and then I kind of thought it was a bit overextended, even though we got this washout down, and then that one would have worked where we got the down and the up. Afterwards, now you see it's just selling off. So I was kind of right that this was sort of just a bit too overextended now of the EMAs. It was a bit extended from the high of day. But so that's why I didn't buy it. But that one would have worked, but not the right timing for me. But that was actually the second trade. The first trade, so SAEX was the first one we was looking at on the gap scanner list. The other stocks were like yesterday, so GSUM, FUV, we was looking at, and as you see here, so this was GSUM. We got that momentum. Pre-market, we got the if we look at yesterday, if it's going to show us, so we had big moves yesterday, really crazy move from the $3 up to the, I say not crazy, but a really decent move of $1, and it for the most part it kept up a decent amount. So we were just looking for continuation. I know quite a few people in the Warrior Trading were keeping an eye on this. So I see the momentum come in. We get that big push from, I say a big push. It was a push from basically 487ish up to a high of just under basically $4. So we had a move there. We got the pullback. So looking back at this now, it's probably not the strongest stock, even though it was getting volume, even though it was on people's watch list. So maybe looking back, this is probably not the one that was as strong as I thought at the time. So it's a good thing to keep in mind. But nevertheless, as you see here, we got the nice pop up from basically the 380s eventually up to the $4. We get the pullback, and happy with my entry here. We got in at 391. Stop was obviously going to be the low of this own candle, or especially the low of the previous candle. Let's see if I can draw a line again. I'm going to just do it lower, and then I'll move it up. So yeah, you see here the stop was here on the line because it flushed down. I got in for the pullback, hoping to get back to high day, break the 4. I was actually up, or not up. I as you said, I bought here and it was testing for. The thing is with GSUM today, and it's probably not showing at the moment, at the $4 range, it kept showing a big 20,000, 30,000 share seller, and it kept showing that seller throughout. Even when it popped up later on, it kept showing that seller. If you see here that at the $4, it tested it once, it tested it twice, 3 times, 4 times before it actually broke. You see that nice lines here every time. Probably better to, I'm sure you see it, but I'll do it just in case. I'll just move this up if I can. Oh, I've got a new one. But you see here, it just tapped this $4 mark every time there. I really hate trade zero charts. I use TC2000 when I actually trade. But you see here, tapped it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and then it finally broke. And when it broke, it just went. So yeah, definitely an entry. If I was looking to do the long strategies, definitely my entry would have been for the break of 4. But you just never know which one it would have been. And this was the 5th attempt got it. But yeah, so that's why. So really happy with how I handled this trade. Basically, you see here, tried to sell on the ask. I saw it. I saw that big seller. I didn't think it was going to break because it just normally when they break, you see the seller here, for instance, it'll have 20,000, it'll go 19,000, 18, 17, 16, and it'll quickly go, and you know that's when a lot of buyers will come in to see it break. It just wasn't doing that. So the good thing was I identified that on the level 2. Tried to get out on the ask. You know, the ask was always around the 3, you know, for about 5 cent game. Couldn't get out on the ask, so I basically just hit the bid. And yeah, you see here that when it popped down and the candle started here, sort of hovered down, and as it's come down, I got out on the bid straight away at 388 there. So yeah, the buying and selling is really weird. Yeah, so 390. Oh no, this is fine. Yeah, 391 out at 388 for a 3 cent loss. Really happy with. So basically, really happy with how I managed risks on both trades. We just didn't see the momentum or the follow through straight away. Once again, it was a strong stock. You see, it did make the move eventually. I think it's starting to sell off now. Not it's starting to sell off, but it's holding. It's holding quite a lot of it still. So yeah, that was today. So first week, well, not my first week in the market. It's about the 3rd week now. But my last week was a green week, really positive last week. This week was a red week. It is what it is. Last week we saw a lot of follow through, and today and this week not as much follow through on the type of setups I am doing, and definitely some bad trades as well. So you know, a mixture of both. But anyway, that is it for today. The market is sadly closed on Monday. I love trading Mondays. Market's closed, so I will see if hopefully I'll take a trade. Hopefully it'll be a green trade. I'll never try and force it. And yeah, that is all. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoy these videos, and let's hope you and I will learn from all these mistakes, become profitable, and look back and you know, in a lot of time we can see all these trades and all these red trades, and yeah, just see exactly where we came from. So anyway guys, take care, have a good weekend. I'll see you all Tuesday. Bye bye.